I just try to wash my hands every time that song comes on. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Welcome, everybody, to Sandwich Talk Live at 5:01. I'm Carlos, your host, and this is my chance to hang out with my friends. We make sandwiches live in front of you guys, and we just kind of hang out. So that's really it. I mean, there's not much to it. You can do this at home, too. If you want to do Sandwich Talk Live at home yourself, film it, send it in. I'll chop it up, and we'll share it on here on air. I'll figure out how to do it. Today on the show, I have a good friend of mine, somebody who, in my opinion, has been not just somebody who has been very impactful in the creative community here of Detroit, but creative across the globe. On top of that, he is very much a member of the community. He's focused in the community. He's part of it. Everybody knows him, and everybody is more than happy to do some kind of work with him, for him, around him. And I've been pleased to meet him outside of the creative community, and then also along with friends from all around. So I want to introduce you to my friend Zach, aka Shigeto.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, man.
Oh yeah, dude! Thank you so much for being a part of the show, dude. This is really cool.
Yeah, this is tight.
So much respect for you for everything that you've been able to do across the tenure of your career, and you're still innovating and pushing and killing it, dude. You sound great.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, respect to you, man. I had no idea Aunt Mies was 11 years old.
Don't tell anybody. I look like I'm still young.
Congrats to you. That's sick. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. Like a lot of ups and downs. Obviously, that's gonna happen. But where I'm at right now, I'm very happy that we have this beautiful community around us that has been really cool about buying the product and supporting it and sharing.
Hell yeah.
But dude, talk to me, man. How have you been about quarantine? I know, like you're a global traveler. You're everywhere.
Oh man, it's pretty wild. I think we all go through phases, all go through stages. I think it's definitely been, I think, more up than down though. I'm grateful to say that. It's just a lot of time and space that I think a lot of us didn't have. And it's impacting a lot of friends of mine in a really kind of positive way too, because it's like, oh man, I actually have a break, and if you're lucky to have the unemployment going, it's actually kind of a nice time of reflection and focus and hopefully relaxation sometimes, but it's weird not playing. It's weird. Like I haven't played a show since March 7th in Los Angeles. And that was with Marcus and Ian with the band. And yeah, this is a part of, our lives, whether we're getting paid or not. So it's hard. It's hard to not be together, not be creating spontaneously with your friends. But it's also, obviously better safe than sorry. It's like, I don't think I'd be taking shows right now, even if I could, it'd definitely be like, I think it's good to be chilling right now,
It is, dude. It's been a time of reflection. I mean, at least for me, like I'm the type of person that if I'm bored, it's probably not a great thing because I start to get kind of in my head about stuff going on.
For sure.
I'm able to kind of push myself forward, and then like this has actually been a nice portion of forced relaxation for me. So that's been really nice. It's like I've been learning how to relax. I've been learning how to listen to myself in the positive ways and take the critiques and the feedbacks that I have and that I've been given by others and kind of absorb that and work with that. So for myself, I think the time that we've had that's been outside of the everyday minutia of events, businesses, just the normalcy that we're all used to, it's been cool to not be in that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's Definitely. I think especially in like musician culture, DJ culture, we joke like, "Oh, I'm so healthy now." Like, da, 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 da. But it's like, it's true, man. It's like, making smoothies, not going to the bar. It's like, whoa, okay.
Spending less money. I lost weight, dude.
Yeah.
It feels good. We're both drinking coffee too. I think it's a good shout out to say that we are both drinking Anthology coffee. So big ups to Anthology.
Big ups.
If you can see this,
Very delicious.
But take a look at that cup. You see that? That's your boy right there.
Wow. That's
This is a cup that I gave my great uncle when I was like, I don't know, what is that, 10 years old maybe? And when he passed away, I got the cup again. So
that's awesome. I like that.
Before I forget, for everybody that's at home watching right now, so we have right now with us my friend Mark. Mark does improv. He does a few things here in the community as well. And he's actually going to be monitoring comments on YouTube. So if you want to take any comment, any question that you have, go ahead and just write it down on YouTube. And then at the end of the show, we're going to have Mark on just like this. Hi, Mark. And then we'll read the comments. That was awesome. I took him off guard completely.
Oh, yeah.
So you've been at home a lot. Have you had a chance to cook at home at all?
I have. I've gotten back into cooking for the first time in years, actually, which is great. Used to cook a lot. For those who don't know, I used to be in the food world for years before music was a job or a full-time thing. So food was everything. And yeah, cooking, working in markets, selling cheese, making cheese.
I think it's important to note that you're a member of a very incredible food family, and sandwiches kind of run in your blood.
They kind of, we know about some sandwiches. Yeah. But yeah, it's, I don't know, when I was first back here in Detroit, I don't know, 7-8 years ago, I did stop cooking for a while. It was just touring and all of that. And I don't know, just less of a healthy lifestyle, to be honest. It was just a lot more chaotic and kind of taking everything very spontaneously because of my line of work, I guess.
Yeah.
And now it's like, the fridge is much more full, cooking all the time. There's like rice. I don't know if you can see the neuro fuzzy, but there's rice going all the time, pretty much. That's a staple in our family. Just, it's like, Japanese comfort food and Jewish comfort food. So.
What would be like a Japanese Jewish blended together? What would that be?
Well, I guess the simplest explanation is Ben and I have a sandwich at Zingerman's, which is a lox bagel with wasabi cream cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Wow, that sounds incredible. Damn. Okay, so wasabi cream cheese, lox, maybe a little bit of that everything bagel seasoning up in that boy. Oh, man.
Yeah, I've heard of matzo ball soup ramen. I've heard that's like killing. I haven't had it, but it's some New York shit.
Dude, I love that. Hey, okay, so people always some people will say, I don't believe in fusion foods. I think every food culture should be respected individually for what they do best. And in my opinion, that kind of sucks. I enjoy and appreciate when people can take foods from other cultures and create something organically different from it. Because to be honest with you, food is so exploratory. You can create whatever you can based off of the different things that you do find across the world. And I don't think that we should ever try to stop each other from doing something like that.
I agree. I agree 100%. I mean, I think things that taste good, if you put it with other things that taste good, it's like that's cool. But I think people mix up fusion food with appropriation or exploitation. I think there's a difference between combining cultures, foods, and just straight up not respecting it.
Yeah.
If you know about something and you respect it, then you can do something with it and you can share why you respect it. You know, it's like music. It's like music. You know, it's like you don't have to. It doesn't mean like we'll get real for a second, especially with the time that this is right. Like hip hop, techno, house, funk, rock and roll, jazz. It's all black music. It is. And anyone who wants to argue, sure, but you're wrong. That doesn't mean that only black people can play this music. I am a part of a community and a culture that is founded by black musicians and the inspiration of them. But I play it. But what I hope to do is do it respectfully. It's like living here, you know about your veterans, you know your history, you want to learn more. And then you, in turn, try to integrate into that community respectfully, uplift it, uplift yourself, blah, blah, blah. So I think you can relate that to food. There's a lot of restaurants that come up, you know, it's like, some taco place opens up on Verner down the street from El Rey, and it's somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, but they're like, Detroit, Mexican town, tacos. It's like, that's not really the right way, right? And I think that's people can take that sensitivity of how much is done wrong and apply it to things like fusion food, like you're not respecting it. But it's like, you know, people are weird, man. People, you know, tell our Zingermans that you're a disgrace to the Jewish community because you put cheese on your Reuben or it's this expensive. You know, it's like there's a lot of opinions out there. but the bottom line is I think fusion food is dope if you respect the parts of it. If you know the parts of it, if you respect the parts of it, and you don't come up in here like I created ramen and you know, whatever. I don't know.
That's so cool. I use that analogy or a similar analogy about the city of Detroit itself. Like the people had walked in, you know, years ago saying the city of Detroit is this blank canvas. They can do whatever they want here. And it's all about how you understand that the city of Detroit is this giant work of amazing art that has been for so long.
And history and created itself without anyone else's help.
Yeah.
There was no, I'm going to move here and make this scene cooler. It's like, no, you don't do it that way. You know what I mean? So but you obviously know what I mean.
Totally.
You know? Yeah, I definitely feel that way. Food, anything creative in any way is like that, I think. You know, whether it's food, art, music, anything, you know. So I think it's just about respecting whatever it is that you're influenced by, whatever it is that you're taking from.
Respecting, understanding, and then from there you can then add your mark once you have that. So exactly. Yeah, 100% with you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's cool too is you mentioned music, you mentioned food, you mentioned art, and in my opinion, you are 100% involved in all of those. You've been able to, with your music, you've been able to then collaborate with other people, whether it's in the scene of food or it's in the scene of art, other art forms. Doesn't matter. You still do events or have done events over time that have collaborated with other people. You went from doing shows in Ann Arbor, DJing, doing live performances. Like, you're a great drummer, dude. I would love to jam with you someday. Like, it's just cool to see that you've been able to put out so many different things. I guess I just want to know, like, what's coming up soon, man? What are you thinking about doing now that you're moving forward?
Man, I'll be real. Nothing. Like, no shows. No shows, obviously, for a while. Definitely no European tours. So that affects the way I make music. So because you usually are making something to put a record out, to tour the record, at least if that's your main source of income. So right now, it really is just making for the sake of making. There's a lot of music being made. I've been working a lot with a lot of friends, local friends. Keswa and I have been doing a lot of music together. Des and I have been trying to figure out some sort of way to do a live set, but a streaming thing.
I've been seeing Des everywhere online over the last.
He's probably streaming right now. Yeah. Always worth checking his Twitch out for sure. But really, the plan is just to kind of focus on what's right in front of me and the people I care about. It's, there's not a lot of work at all. So it's kind of thinking about what is this new zone, this new world, this new future, because it's not going back to normal. It's like, this is it. This is why we're doing this. It's like why, in a way, podcasts, all this, it's all different. So yeah. I'm not really working on much, honestly, besides just being there for my friends, my family, making music, but with no release plan per se. Yeah, it's also like you said earlier, I'm, humbled and honored. You said I have this career, right? And it's so a part of me right now is like, I've been doing this for over 10 years now. And it's a crazy time we're in. And if there's no shows, it's almost like maybe it's time for me to chill. Maybe it's time for me to give like other musicians the spotlight, promote other music, promote my label, but not necessarily just be like, Shigeto all the time right now. Cause it just doesn't make sense. So
it's been nice though, because you've been afforded the opportunity to do that right now, which is cool. So like, you can don't even feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Enjoy what you have, right? Yeah. And then what's cool, what I've always kind of realized is if something is supposed to happen, it's going to end up happening. So who knows? Next big thing can just kind of fall into your lap out of nowhere, and holy crap, here comes another album, here comes another giant tour. Well, we're ready for tours again.
Yeah.
And like that's one thing that's one thing that I respect as well about Ghostly and the label that you come from is like it all just kind of started from the ground up with those guys, and it's very much about like pushing forward because it just kind of happened.
For sure.
Really sweet. Well, anyway, you're in your kitchen right now. Show us around, dude. What do you got going on? I want to see your fridge and stuff.
Well, let's see. We got, this is like our little butcher block area.
Oh, yeah.
Some breads. Got some cinnamon rolls and shit.
Nice. Yeah. Those are the good ones too.
And then I like this area. It's all like the little Asian condiments, Szechuan pickles, black bean sauce. Like I like this Chinese green pepper oil. It's like Szechuan green pepper oil.
Oh wow, okay.
That's really good on eggs for breakfast. It's pretty banging. It's all pretty much Japanese ingredients, to be honest.
Yeah, dude.
Got the golden curry. Got my favorite Japanese tuna.
Oh, wow. That's sweet.
This is like Noble Fish or 168.
Yeah.
And
I like Beach Mart. I like One World. All those places.
hell yeah. And then the fridge, I don't know. It's like fucking. We got your salsa and stuff going on. Some olives and like little pickles and stuff like that. Cheese. This is actually what I got going on for the sandwich.
What do we got? You can tell us about the sandwich. What are you gonna make, man?
Oh, word! I got a cubed steak from Honeybee,
Nice.
and that's been marinating in olive oil and garlic and salt and pepper and jalapenos. And then I got some tomatoes from our garden, actually, that Clancy has been maintaining with our friend Pat. And then I couldn't decide if I had this farm bread, but then I also have like a brioche bun, but I think the farm bread might be better.
It's a big ass bread, dude. Show me that thing, dude.
Oh, yeah. This is a good. I'll admit one of the best perks of the whole Zing hookup is I don't get like free sandwiches or anything like that, but I get a good hookup on bread. So like, hence the cinnamon rolls, the bread. It's a blessing for sure.
Cinnamon rolls. That's not even fair. That's like a dessert item. Yeah, I can't get sandwiches, but I can get a hell of a dessert. It's cool. Whatever. Dude, I'm so jealous. It's awesome. All right, so it sounds like you make like a
steak sandwich.
Steak sandwich.
Yeah.
Steak sandwich. All right, cool. So going back to my roots, I've done torta on the podcast here before, and I did a milanesa, like torta milanesa, which is like breaded chicken cutlet basically, and I did like tomato, onion, lettuce, and avocado on it. Really simple, nice fun, but that was on like a bolillo roll. So I wanted to do like even a more like Mexican version of the torta, which is basically the same, only just different ingredients. So I'm going to be doing beans this time as well, and I'm going to do chorizo. Nice. So that will do queso Oaxaca in there, and then of course like cilantro, lettuce, tomato. I'm also going to do like a Kewpie mayo mixture.
That's what I'm putting on the sandwich.
Yeah. What's up, mayo bro? Cool. All right, awesome. Well, let's get ready for making a sandwich. And then while we're doing that, let's grab a soft drink real quick for this Casamara Club break.
Oh yeah.
Boom. And Sandwich Talk is brought to you by Casamara Club. Inspired by the history and traditions of Italian Amaro, these Bon Appetit magazine highly recommended soft drinks are balanced, buoyant, and food-friendly, highlighting the natural vibrancy of farmed ingredients. And with currently 4 varieties available, you can find them all over the country today by checking out their website at casamaraclub.com. Local guy, my boy Jason, from here in Detroit and from Brooklyn, so partner out there. All over the country, delicious, non-alcoholic, and very refreshing. Also, if you ever have a hangover or if you got one of them belly aches, dude, I don't know if you've had one of these after a hangover, Zach, but dude, game changer.
I'm gonna give myself a hangover tomorrow so I can try it
on purpose, or just like a stomach ache. I mean, like you eat too much sandwich sometimes. All right, so let me get started. I'm gonna start with the chorizo and the beans. What are you gonna get started with?
I prepped the veggie stuff. So I think I'm just gonna cook this steak in this pan.
Nice. Let's see it, dude. Nothing like a good pan steak.
Yeah.
Turning this boy on, tossing a little bit of oil in my pan here. I'm just using some refried beans that I did not make. I should have made beans, but I didn't. I'm just using that boy right there.
Sick.
All right. So what got you started doing music, dude?
I mean, I guess it was just something, I guess, that started really young. I mean, my parents were super supportive. And when I was maybe 3 or 4, they got me this like little mini drum kit. And I couldn't play it at the time. And it just kind of sat around. But then I distinctly remember when I was about 10, I remember I had this kit and I busted it out of the closet and could kind of play a little bit. And then that was it. Like playing in rock bands, hip hop bands, funk stuff in high school, playing jazz. It was just drums my whole life, up until my early 20s, pretty much.
That's awesome, dude. So
yeah.
I mean, it's sweet that like you got the kit too, and you could just kind of pick it up when you're ready for it. That's kind of huge.
Yeah, it was weird. It was just I don't know. It was like just growing slightly older. The brain had been like, oh, I guess this is how it goes, and I was lucky enough to be able to just kind of play. And then I think, like anything that someone is kind of has a knack for a little bit, it's more fun.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's like, whoa, I can kind of do this, and so then you get sucked in,
That's exactly how I was with music too. I mean, when I was a kid, like I was given a guitar and I didn't really know how to play it. And it wasn't until like I actually like was ready to start playing guitar that I started to kind of learn. And eventually it turned into me being like pretty good at like playing guitar, bass, and drums now.
That's tight, man.
I was able to like do the whole like band thing for a long time, and it was before I had facial hair, so I had to get like my X's on my hands while I was going.
Oh, fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! I remember my.
I'm sorry, it's 21 and up. I'm one of the bands. Can you please X my hands?
Yeah, man. My first gigs, my parents had to be there, or they wouldn't let me play. Yeah,
it's really cool, dude. So it's just like I want to thank my folks for being here, so I could be here for you.
I used to have a weekly gig every Wednesday night at the Cross Street Bar in Ypsilanti.
Okay.
With this rock band called Muzzle. And I was in 8th grade.
What?
And my dad would like come. And it was crazy. I felt so cool though, like just being in class the next morning dead. Like I played a show last night. It was insane.
And then you got to go back to the playground.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude. 8th grade. I mean, when I was in 8th grade, I wasn't doing anything cool like that. So that's awesome, dude.
Well, it was like two worlds. There's like two worlds. Like school sucked. School didn't feel cool at all, but then it was like this alternate reality. That's what music has always been though, like a safe zone.
Yeah. I guess I could probably say the same thing for me. Like, I grew up with like an older cousin that he was the one that kind of introduced me to all my music as a kid. Like I was like 3, 4, 5 years old watching MTV with my cousin who was 9 years older than me.
Yeah.
So like as a kid, I was just like dedicated to that escape, that like that wanting, that yearn to be part of that kind of musical subculture. And that's really what inspired me to want to get into it as a kid. And like I think I grew up a little bit differently than other kids my age who were like, yeah, I fuck with Pokemon, and I was like, yeah, I fuck with like this band called The Locust that does this crazy shit. All right, I'm just cooking up my chorizo over here. Oh, you got that steak going? Sweet. I'm gonna show you my rizo. Hell yeah. There we go. So I just kind of chopped up one whole tubie here of the chorizo. I got that going. I got my beans right over here too. They're going right now. Ah, almost lost the spoon. But beans are warming up. That's good. Hell yeah. So you're a honeybee shopper, right?
Yeah. I mean, I live on, West Grand in Bagley, so definitely.
Yeah, I'm diehard honeybee ever since I was a kid, man. That's where I've been getting all my goods for the longest time.
Yeah, I'm all about it. All about the, spots that have been here.
Oh yeah.
Doing their thing.
Did you ever go to Honeybee back when it was like the OG location or the OG spot?
I don't think so because I moved here in 2012.
Okay. So before Honeybee, before they expanded to like what it is now, it used to be just the front of the store that's right there on Bagley.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a door there that you would walk into, and literally it was like maybe 5 or 6 aisles, and they were like tiny, dude. They were like the width of my stove. And then in the back they had like on cinder blocks and plywood, had all like the fresh tortillas and stuff. And it was real cool, man. I mean, that's how I grew up going to that store. And then one day they were like, "Yep, we're renovating. We're getting to be big." Lo and behold, they got to be huge. And then same with like E&L. E&L used to be tiny too. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do over here with the beans. So just to make sure you guys know, literally just a can of beans in here. I like to add a little bit of spice and stuff in my beans. So I'm going to add in, hell yeah. I know it's not COVID friendly to lick your fingers, but they're my beans, so whatever. All right, so I got here some North Suizo. This is chicken bouillon flavor. One of my favorite things, something that I grew up eating pretty often. So put some of that in there. I also have here some onion powder. Holy shit, that's a lot of onion powder. Well, that's no good anymore. That was sweet. Then we're going to do some garlic powder. I forgot that the onion powder didn't have a stopper. So that failed, but whatever. I did that live in front of all y'all. And then, real simple, I always carry some salt right here with me. See some salt in this boy. Got some fresh cracked pepper here. Make sure that chorizo's going, but then we're going to mix this boy up right good. Oh yeah, that's smelling good. That's smelling really good. All right. Transfer back. Here we go. We are back. So yeah, you've never been to my apartment. Welcome to my apartment, by the way.
What'd you say, man?
I said you've never been to my apartment, so welcome.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you.
During COVID times, I haven't really been able to have guests, so it's been nice to have my friends via laptop. Let's see. I got to see if I got some pickled jalapenos. That's always been a thing for me. Oh, hell yeah. I got them. I got them good. There we go. Pickled jalapenos. Keep it here in a Tupperware, or as we call it, a tupper. Anything's a tupper, dude. This is a tupper right here. And it's like, I think it's an EMA container or something like that, or like a Yum Village container. All right, so what do you got going on over there right now?
So I'm basically almost done with this steak, and then I'm gonna put it on the cutting board and like just chop it up, kind of like Philly style, like Philly cheesesteak style.
Oh hell yeah! I'm just chopping up these pickled jalapenos, tossing this in my beans. Philly cheesesteak style. So like a chopped cheese, basically, like a chopped cheese with a steak. A
Yeah.
steak with cheese.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude! I love that. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna toss this into my beans. I looked in my bean pot and I was like, I wonder where my spoon went. My spoon was buried inside of my beans. Changing over to a wooden spoon. Something I should have been doing the whole time. There we go.
Oh yeah. I'm not as good at talking while cooking.
It's okay. That's why I'm here for the show. I'm the talky guy. You could be the cookie guy. All right. I'm just gonna put this right in here. I got my chorizo going. I'll put it in just a silver pan over here. Nice little bowl. And then in this boy, you watching this right now? I got my pan. I got a buttload of butter here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and of course you missed the pan. Gross. And then just put the butter on there. Make sure that that's going to go a little bit. And then we got here our teleras. So there's two different versions of a bolillo sandwich, or of a torta sandwich, rather. You can do it either with a bolillo or a telera. The bolillo is like more of like the French bread style, kind of like a longer bread. And then the telera is that. Like a wider, more football shape.
That's fucking tasty looking.
Oh yeah, I get this from what are they called? Mexican Town Bakery. So I'm gonna grill this boy up a bit. Oh, yeah. Get that going. Turn off the heat on the beans. Move some stuff around. Let's see if we can get these veggies cracked open. All right. I got stuff to put together now. All right. So, since you've been back in Detroit, I know you've moved around a lot throughout the country. You're originally from Ann Arbor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So, do you know, aside from Detroit, what's like one of your favorite places that you've been to or lived?
Well, I lived in New York and I lived in London. Those are the two places I've lived besides Ann Arbor. Detroit. I love them both, to be honest. You know, New York is like kind of my other musical home.
Totally.
And then
my other food home, dude. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. London is mine. So it's like I was in London to work at a cheese shop. So I lived there for 4 years, selling cheese, maturing cheese, exporting cheese.
That's sweet. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's actually where I started Shigeto. Like I started producing music while I lived in London.
How old were you?
I was 21 when I moved there, or 22, 21 when I moved there. Wow. Yeah, so.
And this is already after, let's see, if you started in 8th grade doing shows. So you're what, like already I'm 10 years into your career?
Yeah. No, well, it wasn't really a career. You know, I had been playing my whole life, but I still wasn't making money playing music. You know, that
Yeah.
I'm 37 and I think
Dang, dude, you look good. You're 37? Shit.
thanks. It's the Asian, you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm hoping that the Mexican, Italian, Lebanese part of me kind of takes over.
hell yeah. But yeah, no, it's been about 10 years of actually making a living with music. But playing music my whole life. Just I'd be playing it if it wasn't my job anyway. So it's the same. Yeah.
That's how you know, dude. I mean, you've not just found your passion, but you've also you've realized it. You've realized that that's so it makes you tick, dude. That's really cool. And like the fact that it's still your passion and that you're still doing it for all the right reasons, it's huge.
Thanks, man. You know what? I am thinking now, even though that farm bread looks really good, this sandwich might be better on this bun.
Oh yeah?
But
Show us the bun.
it's just like a brioche bun.
Ooh, good old fashioned brioche.
But it might be really good with like fresh tomatoes and the steak and the cheese. I mean, I guess the other one would be good too. I was just thinking
Crispy boy.
like squishy, squishy, like on the outside, hot on the inside.
Totally.
And grilled, but I don't know. We'll do it right now. We'll figure it out.
That's kind of what I got going on right now, but I just toasted the inside of my bun, so it is a bit more like crunchy on the inside while it's still squishy on the outside. It's kind of like a brioche texture.
Oh shit!
But this is what I'm gonna do real quick. While I got you on the line, I'm gonna squirt up some Kewpie mayo. Get going on that. Make sure that that's enough sauce to really write home about. I'm gonna toss in some of this Valentina hot sauce. Make sure that that's enough. I want some spice in that, you know. And then this stuff right here.
Woo!
That is the secret.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is that the secret ingredient?
Like my mom used salsa mahi like all the time, and that's what I've used. Like I mean, I realize that it's like a staple in like Mexican homes, but also European homes. Like basically, if you're from another country, you probably use Maggi. So where are you at now? Are you cooking up that bread? You warming it, or are you just gonna keep it regular?
I'm gonna actually do your style, and I'm gonna just grill the inside of it in the garlic oil.
Ooh, good man. Good man.
Yeah.
I'm applying.
Yay.
Generous portions. Hell yeah. God, this already smells good, and I haven't even put the things on it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Mayo and bread. Mayo and buttered bread. Fine. Good. That's a sandwich, right?
I'll be right back. I'm grabbing some from the fridge.
Take your time. All right, I'm going to do a bed of lettuce first. Should I do? Oh, shit. I forgot about my cheese. Duh. How do you feel about cheese, Carlos? We got here some fresh queso Oaxaca. I forgot about the cheese. You're a cheese guy?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm so fortunate to have beautiful cheeses in my life.
Oh, yeah, man. It's very important.
I'm very happy that I'm like, while I'm a little bit like lactose intolerant, I think we're all kind of a little bit lactose intolerant. Like, I still love cheese. But I'm not like heavily lactose intolerant, thank God. So queso Oaxaca, you just kind of split this up, string cheese style. Make sure that I get enough peels in this boy. And then what I'll probably do, should I melt this into the sandwich or should I melt this into the chorizo, you think?
Ooh. I don't know. It might be nice to keep a little bit of the texture. Like, I was going to melt the cheese into the steak, but then I thought it might be nice to have just a little bit of texture left.
Yeah.
No, you look like a super pro.
No, I mean, I'm just a guy who makes a lot of sandwiches like that. Let's see here. I think this should be a good amount of cheese. It's a lot of cheese. It should be a good amount of cheese. So I'm going to do this. We're just going to toss it on the plate. Put it right on the old flat top, just like that, and I'm going to grill it up like that, because why not?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to let that one crisp up a bit. And then, in the meantime, we'll make this like this little bed of lettuce here. Some fresh, crispy romaine lettuce. Probably not the right lettuce, but that's okay. And then nice avocado. You got any greens on that, boy?
Man, if I have some in the fridge.
Nice little flat bed of avocado here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Probably just half the avocado for me. Some tomato. Toss this chorizo right on here. Oh wow, it's already gonna be messy. It's messy just building it. Come on, Carlos. Here's my problem: is I yell at myself a lot.
I do too.
I'm like my worst boss.
Most definitely, man.
All right. It's a lot of chorizo. Holy shit. Yes. Are you ready for this? Here comes the cheese pour.
Oh. Oh.
That's how we're doing it today. This good old crispy, pory, melty queso oaxaca. All right. That is looking fresh. What else? Did I say anything else? We got some lime. I'll squeeze some lime on here. Cool. And then, I don't know. I guess that's it, dude.
I'm almost there, dude.
Just put up the. We don't want too many remnants to be off to the side. Don't want to keep myself. Wow, dude. Real melty. Real melty. Mm-hmm. Okay. Damn. This is legit. Clean my cutting board for a second here. Make sure we have this presentable, for the folks.
Yeah.
My mom started watching this show, and I have to say, Mom, I'm really sorry that I swear. My mom doesn't really listen to me swear, and it's something that I always tried not to do around her. So, I also want it to be presentable. I don't want her to be like, Carlos, on your show today, you did this and that, and I would have preferred you to do this. And she's usually pretty good about critiquing me, but who knows? Hi, Mom. Dude, I've got so much chorizo on my floor right now. Hang on. Let me just go ahead and sleep up a little of this chorizo. Oh. I'm not necessarily your cleanest cook.
Neither am I, man. The Japanese wouldn't approve.
No, dude. I spent a year in Japan. Not a year, Jesus. I spent about a month in Japan last year, and I was blown away by everything that they're doing in terms of like cooking and like their dedication to the craft. And the one thing that I realized is just the attention to detail in the overall presentation, not just of the food, but also in the way that they bring the food, present the food, make the food. Everything has just got to be so real. It's got to be so
yeah,
and incredible.
It's the attention to detail in almost everything they do.
Everything, dude.
Is, pretty crazy.
All right. So, are you ready?
Almost.
Sweet. Well, then in that case, while you're getting ready, I will go ahead and jump over to what we're looking at, which is going to be our Aunt Nee's snack break. Welcome, everybody, to the Aunt Nee's snack break. BRB, let me grab some Aunt Nee's. It's always important to check the expiration date on your Aunt Nee's. This is the good stuff. Oh, yeah, for sure. If you do have the expiration date, if you look at the back here, it says best buy, it's a sell buy. Still got 2 more weeks after that. So even if this was already done, still good for a couple more weeks. But I got here our Aunt Nee's medium. I got over here a nice bag of chips. And I need a snack break. Yeah. If you got Aunt Nee's at home, feel free. Take a break with us. Dude, I make so many nachos at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your problem.
Things with chips. Like I find new things to dip.
Fuck yeah. That's very good late night snack.
Holy crap! I'm so happy that I just now noticed I didn't put any beans on here. I made the beans. I didn't put any on here. All right. Give me 1 second. Sweet. All right. I noticed at the right time.
All right.
Boom. Boom. All right. Last snack before the Aunt Nee's snack break is done. You need to take a snack break before we're ready? Or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Do one more. One more for me. Remember, check out Aunt Nee's. It's at Aunt Nee's on Instagram, Facebook Aunt Nee's, Google Aunt Nee's. You can go to the Instagram or the Facebook right now. There's a link there that is live. You can order Aunt Nee's chip salsa and guacamole to your doorstep if you live in Metro Detroit. I'll drop it off to you. Me, personally. Every Tuesday, I do drop-offs.
Highly recommended.
All right. Snacks are done. We're back. It's time to eat the sandwich. Dude, Zach, show us what you got, man. Show me your sandwich.
I made 2, one for my roommate, my housemate, Clancy. It's basically, chopped steak and then tomatoes from our garden and a little bit of parm on the top and then provolone with the steak, kewpie mayo, just a little garnished jalapeno. And then the bun is a brioche bun grilled in garlic oil.
Well done, dude. That looks so good.
It looks pretty good. I wish I had some lettuce, to be honest, but they do look pretty good.
Can you grab this real quick? Just go ahead and grab it.
Thanks, man.
It'll be there in 2 to 5 business days, I'm sure. All right, sweet. That looks great, and I'm glad that you made one for your roommate too. Very respectful. I don't have a roommate. My roommate is a cat named Frank, and he meowed earlier when he heard me open up a can. Yo, you open up cat food? What's up? But here is my sandwich. So this is a Mexican style torta. On here, it's a little messy, but we've got a telera bun with lettuce, tomato. I did a QP mayo mixture on both sides of the bun. There is chorizo, Oaxaca cheese, and then also some black beans, some black refried beans in there.
That was incredible.
That's what we're looking like. Sweet. All right.
Mine doesn't look amazing.
What did you say?
I said mine doesn't look amazing, but it hopefully tastes good.
I'm sure it's going to taste great. I'm going to cut this boy in half. Oh, I did avocado in here too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
I love avocado, but I'm allergic to it.
Check this out. It's just going to drip all over the place.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
All right, dude. Well, please do us the favor and dig in. I want to hear what you think. Yeah?
I'm into it. Very much so.
Sick. Good. Awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong, dude. You made a chopped steak. QP mayo. You did a Parmesan, like shaved Parmesan cheese?
Shaved, not powder or grated. I don't know.
Shaky cheese parm.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's just missing lettuce.
That's okay. Dude, sometimes you don't need greens. Greens are overrated sometimes. That's awesome, though. Yeah, for sure. If it had lettuce, we could do that again next time, dude. I'd be down to make a sandwich with you any day, dude, for sure. I'll just come over. We'll do backyard sandwiches sometimes.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. So let me take a bite of my guy here. I'm going to start with this side here. Hope you can see that. Lettuce, mayo, avocado, chorizo, Oaxaca, black beans, tomato. Cheers. Thanks for being on the show, dude.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. That looks great. Looks great from here.
Damn, dude. Mm. This is like, okay, dude. Mm.
Oh, yeah.
There's a very specific flavor here that reminds me. This sandwich reminds me of when I was a kid in Mexico. My family and the whole family, we drove to the pyramids, Teotihuacan, in Mexico City, or outside of Mexico City. And the whole family ended up packing a trunk full of tortas that tasted just like this. Wow. Dude, stoked. Very
nostalgic memories.
Mayo and the beans and the fresh tomato, chorizo, because I love it. It's spicy and it's good. Mm.
Good show, man. Good fun.
It's a show where we can just eat in front of people. It's not bad. I feel so bad because I'm like a very messy eater sometimes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what are these people thinking about me?
I mean, in Japan, it's, you got to slurp your ramen or it's, it's almost rude if you aren't slurping.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be noisy. Gotta
slurp away, dude.
Yeah.
When I slurp in front of my mom just gets mad. Oh, this is awesome.
I feel like if I did it again, I'd have to make a Reuben probably.
Really?
but I don't know.
What's your favorite sandwich?
A Reuben.
Nice.
But specifically it's a different version. It's not grilled and it doesn't have sauerkraut. But the meat is still steamed. So it's like hot corned beef with coleslaw, Russian dressing, Swiss cheese on like ungrilled rye that is heated in an oven though, so it's somewhat warm but still squishy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really refreshing.
Your Russian dressing, is it like a Thousand Island, like kind of cream base, or is it more of like a vinegar base?
It's more cream based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because I've seen it done both ways. For me, there's a Reuben in Dearborn at a place called La Pinguina, an Italian deli, and for me, that's my favorite Reuben I've ever had in my life.
I want to try it.
It's on the grill, it's on the parrilla, the sandwich press, and they do it with a ton of butter. I believe it's rye bread, and then they do like a vinegar base, like very red Russian dressing, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and then the steamed corned beef as well.
Sick.
So I'm a sauerkraut over coleslaw guy. You're a coleslaw guy?
Well, it depends. I love the classic Reuben, with the sauerkraut, but there's something about this coleslaw one with corned beef, with the cold bread, that just makes it amazing to me. It's like it's a mood, though. It's a mood. It's like if you want something that isn't gonna just lay you out.
Is that like a comfort food for you? Did you grow up with that kind of sandwich?
Yeah, but my comfort food tends to be more Japanese. Like curry, onigiri, ramen, dumpling, like gyoza, like mapo tofu, like style stuff. Like that's kind of my go-to comfort food for my whole life, I guess.
Dude,
especially from like college, where you were just like making rice and curry and ramen and shit.
the cheaper things in college, for sure. It's
but good things, like just stuff you grew up on. Like that golden curry is just like stuff I've been eating since I was like 7 years old or something.
It's amazing. I didn't even get into that stuff until way later on because I never had like any Japanese friends as a kid. It wasn't until like college where I started really getting heavily into like the different ramens and things.
Hell yeah!
My comfort food was always quesadillas, or like things like this.
Yeah, quesadilla, man.
Like in college, I was the kid that was just flipping over quesadillas. Ooh, this sandwich though. Ooh. The chorizo adds some heartburn, dude. Can you see the heartburn there? It's there.
It was great though.
Thank you so much, dude. All right, so you ate part of your sandwich already?
I ate it.
You ate it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, champion, right there. You got the sandwich for your roommate, dude. I have to thank you so much for being a part of the show. Seriously, I know we don't like know too much about each other, but I feel like I was really able to discover so much more about you just by the way that you kind of talk about the passions that you have in your life. And the one thing that we didn't talk about as much is the fact that you are definitely part of this community, and one thing right now during the time of COVID is that you've been able to kind of be part of the community even more so with just your family, your friends here, and have a focus on the issues and the matters at hand. Right now we've got a lot going on in our world. Obviously, everybody knows that in the whole wide world right now, people are starting to rise up, gather together, and create the type of ambiance and the type of look that we want moving forward with each other, creating everybody being equal. And that's one thing that you've been passionate about, utilizing your platforms. And I have to thank you very much for doing that as well.
Man, thank you. Thank you. I don't really I don't know. It's the least the least I can do, having a vast, like a bigger reach, I guess. Thank you.
So,
It's like, yeah, I appreciate it, man.
very good on you and the other people in the world who are doing it like for real, humbly, giving nothing but facts, information, and pressing forward and making sure that we all unite, because that's the biggest thing. Is you don't want people to be drifting off from side to side, because that's when things start to happen. We can make sure that we come together, be a peaceful world here. That's when it all comes together. And that's one thing that I love about our community here in the city of Detroit, is that we've had it hard for so long, and everybody has pushed together, pushed forward, come together, even more so as a community, time and time again.
Man, thank you, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Thank you. Very fun time. Very cool show.
Thanks, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, tell your friends. Watch Sandwich Shock every Wednesday, live at 5.
I shall.
That goes for everybody at home too. Thank you all so much for checking us out today. Like I said, my name is Carlos. I'm your host every Wednesday here. Sandwich Talk is something that I love to do because I love sandwiches. I love my friends. I love our community. I love what we've built together, and you can build it just like you can build a sandwich. It's not that hard. Everybody at home, I want to thank Planet Ant for always putting us on. This is a Planet Ant podcast, one of many here. If you like this Planet Ant podcast, maybe you like more. There's a bunch more that are going on right now that you can check out just through the different Planet Ant streams. I also want to thank our typical producer, Parker, who's been part of the show. I want to thank our producer, Zach Bridges, who's part of the OG Audio Only podcast. Also, obviously, our mailman, Carl Malone, our chief, Miles O'Brien, mustard valet, Michael Zuber. And real quick, before we end the show, I want to bring Mark back on in case we had any questions, and also just as a thank you to Mark. So, Mark, what's up? Welcome back to the show.
Thanks. Great show, guys. The sandwiches look great. Just would like to say what's up, Miguel and Garrick, hanging out on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, just following along with us. Yeah, it was a good, great show, and it looks good to them too. So
yeah, for sure. Thank you, everybody, checking us out. Thanks to Mark for being part of the show today. Zach, a pleasure, man. Thank you so much. Everybody back home, I love you all. I hope you guys got hungry, and remember, guys, happy sandwich. Oh, wait, time out real quick before we end the show. I don't know what you're doing on Sunday. I don't know what you're doing on Sunday. I don't know what you're doing on Sunday. On Sunday at 3 o'clock, Belle Isle, Sunset Point, one time a year, I host something called Sandwich Sessions, which is just where we come together. Anybody that wants to come by, bring a sandwich, bring a blanket, bring a Frisbee, bring whatever you want. Hang out, eat a sandwich.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
3 o'clock, Sunday, Belle Isle. I love you all. Have a great day. Happy sandwich.
Peace.